The Tale of Onogoro is a puzzling adventure into an anime-filled world. I'll be going over what the game offers and hopefully help you decide if this is one for you. The story starts with the High Priestess being locked away and she calls upon you to save her and Onogoro. Once you are called, you soon realise that you and the High Priestess are linked and must embark on this journey together. There is a ton of dialogue with this game which gives you a lot of information regarding Onogoro and what their world is like. During your time playing, the Priestess will ask you a lot of questions, but seeing as your character cannot speak, you will have to respond to her with head movements. Overall, the story is fairly decent and has some length to it. The voice acting is very good and added to the characters and their overall feelings. Personally, I think if the voice acting was bad, it would have made the story a bit difficult to listen to, but fortunately this is not the case. In terms of gameplay, this is a first-person puzzle shooter. Majority of the time you will find yourself placing the priestess on certain stones so she can pray to them. This will then reveal a ruin for you to take the energy. Once doing this, you have to fight off enemies or shoot the energy into a shrine, which will then take you to the next area. There are various elements to use, which does change the requirement for each section. These parts aren't too taxing and are actually quite enjoyable. Along with each area you have some boss battles, and again these aren't too difficult but do give some change. Personally I enjoyed the gameplay, although I did find it to get slightly repetitive on longer play times. Time for the graphics and performance. I really like them. It's an anime style with a little more depth to them. They are vibrant and colourful. I found myself looking forward to seeing what each boss design would look like, as I found them to be very unique. As for the performance, I ran into no issues with bugs, crashes or any frame drops. With the settings, there is a good selection such as full locomotion, teleportation, smooth and snap turning. I'm also happy to say you can play the game seated and I had no issues in doing so. Personally I found this to be a very comfortable experience. Overall, the Tale of Onogoro is a fantastic experience which I personally enjoyed. The story isn't too bad and the gameplay is pretty decent, even if slightly repetitive at times. The various boss battles were pretty good and I think I will return at some point to try and get the 3 stars on each level. So, should you get this game? Well, if you enjoy a story-based game with minimal shooting and some simple puzzle mechanics, then I think you'll enjoy this one. However, if you're someone who wants a full-on shooter action, then this isn't it. Personally, I think the game is good and I think a lot of people will enjoy their time with it. That concludes my review for the Tale of Onogoro. If you've enjoyed this video, then please make sure to stick around as I intend on covering all PSVR2 games, therefore you'll see the new releases as well as the old. Thanks for watching.